Alright, let's talk about this SSR Selector. I've been asked this a lot of times, and there is also a lot of videos going around. A lot of these videos are either tier lists or just CN people talking and all that. Some of these people that are playing the CN aren't even playing the global version, so they don't really know how global's going right now. I'm going to give you my recommendations while also keeping it short and simple. I'm not going to drag this on. Let's jump into this. Right off the bat, it is based off what you have. If you do not have a lot of SSRs and you are struggling, then you're going to need to listen up. Check your warehouse or look at all your weapons and see what you have. If you're struggling in healing, then you're going to want to be Coco or Zero. If you are struggling in shattering shields, then you want King or Meryl. If you want more DPS, then you want Samir, Tuspasa, or Shiro. Look at your weapons and see what you have. If you have no ice weapons and you're struggling in that, get Meryl. Meryl's good for damage and also really good for shattering. If you have no fire weapons, then get King. Or get Huma. Huma is actually really strong, not gonna lie. I will say though that she's only really strong when you get her first advancement, which we'll get into later. But if the tank shield thing isn't your style, go King. King is super strong in shattering and damage. Now, if those two aren't your style and you want shielding or healing, then you got Zero. Zero has both of those, but the issue is about the healing. Healing is only after the first advancement, but he provides a lot of shielding. The person that excels in healing would be Coco. Coco is very good for healing, and it even gets even stronger once you get the first advancement. Again, look at your weapons and see what you're struggling in. Now, if you have a bunch of SSRs like I do, where I am free to play and I've actually gotten very lucky with my weapons, I am going to be waiting. What I mean by that is there is a bunch to go around. As you can see right here, I'm at 70 out of 80. I have gotten lucky, and I don't want to use my selector on King or Zero just because I know I might just get a duplicate. If I get King and then I go to my pity, I'm going to get King again, and I feel like I'm going to. I know I'm going to. I know it. It happens. It happens with every gacha game I play. It always happens to me. So I highly recommend waiting it off on your SSR selector. It's not going to go away. It's in your inventory forever. It will be there. The game is still fresh. There's a lot to do. I just 100% Asher and Bangus, and Naviat I'm going to be doing tomorrow because I'm capped. I don't want to waste experience. Crown Mines still has a couple days left until you can fully loot everything. Then also there's Warren, which was basically just unlocked. There is a lot of stuff to go around. There's a lot of summons. Log in every day, do your dailies, and there's even more summons every week. You have those dream machines where you can get more summons. There's a bunch of summons. Wait off on your SSR selector. If you're impatient, then use it. Just do not use it on a duplicate. There is no reason to use it on a duplicate. Reason that is because down here, once you get a weapon, it will appear here in the weapon store. So if I get King, King will appear like right here where the Staff of Scars is. And this will be moved over and so on and so forth. And then once you get 120 black gold, you could get the first advancement. So if you're like me and you're holding off, then I highly recommend looking at the 1-star advancements. Again, if you're going a healing build and you want healing weapons, go Coco. And then once you get 120, you can get the first advancement right here and like triple your healing. The healing bee heals your allies or you for 25 seconds. And the cooldown is 25 seconds. You will always have this bee up. Or King. King's first advancement makes his shattering SS scaling, which means like he's going to break a shield in like 2 or 3 hits. Or Meryl, her first advancement doesn't give her SS scaling, but it gives health back after you shatter a shield, which can be very useful in like joint operations when you bundle up a bunch of enemies and you cast her skill. Her skill gives you hyper armor, makes you immune to crowd controls, and while you're shattering, it's going to, you know, give you health back. Or you can do her spin attack, which also gives you hyper body or hyper armor, whatever it's called. Now for PvP, since that's a little bit more difficult to think about. Now, if we're going to be talking about PvP, you gotta remember, everything is maxed. All these advancements are maxed. So I'm going to have to recommend a few characters here for if you are thinking about PvP rankings. Huma, just because of her advancements, her first advancement is extremely strong in PvP. Her 5th and 6th advancement takes that up another notch and just makes her a warrior on the battlefield. Meryl is also really good. She provides a lot of hyper armor, and her discharge is mad annoying when you get caught in it. King is absolutely insane in PvP, especially with aerial attacks. All his advancements basically increase his damage. Crow, I'm going to have to recommend also, just because in PvP, at the 3-star, you will do increased damage to targets who are under 60% health, and that's 30% more damage. So, yeah. Combine that with the first activation, you're going to be doing 70% more damage. And also, can't forget, there is crit if you backstab them in the back while they're electrified. That's a lot of damage. And his 6-star right here, using a skill, which is, you know, his skill right here, which gives you hyper armor, by the way, it will increase the volt damage by another 20%. I didn't even realize this, but his 5-star activation, triggering a back attack, grants 100% crit for the next 4 seconds, with increased crit damage by 50% with a 10-second cooldown. If used right, Crow is definitely would be a big pick for PvP. You also can't forget about the girl, Samir. Samir absolutely destroys in the battlefield as well. I don't know, I'm not like a big PvP Anzi. These are just my recommendations for playing a little bit on the first day and also watching some gameplay of others using these characters. And also, you know, selecting this and reading. You know, if you have eye sockets, you can read. So, reading the advancements do help a lot too. Anyways, that's going to be all. Like I said, I'm keeping this short and simple. I'm not dragging this on like a lot of people are doing. So, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.